Hello everyone, Millie here at Learning to Live Life on a Budget. Hi, welcome or welcome back. If you're new, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Also want to say a big shout out to everyone on my last few videos. Thank you so much for all your kind comments, your understanding. I was considerably anxious about how the cost of living payment could be perceived. Like I said in the video, my area, it's causing a lot of hate against each other, and yeah, I guess because I was on the other side of it just over a year ago, you know, I would have this time 2 years ago I would have been working and not receiving universal credit, but I've got tax credit, so maybe I don't know what the thing is, but anyway, I can see the other side of it, and that's why I just was quite anxious about it. But you know, thank you so much for all your support, your understanding. Thank you as well, because there's been a lot of videos this week, or recently should I say, just in case this doesn't go out when I intend it to. I filmed in advance, and basically, yeah, I filmed in advance and thought, oh, I'll put like a video up every day or like every other day, and then didn't do it. So it all went out at once because I am about to get paid tomorrow, and I thought, well, I don't want to be filming videos. I've already got like, what was it, 4 or 5? I already had videos, and I didn't want to keep filming, and I hadn't uploaded them and like had feedback and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, there are a few things I want to mention. I'm really sorry for my nails. I love beautiful nails. I love watching, like, I love natural nails. They sound really weird. I don't care about people's nails, but I love pretty nails, but I pick them when I do them to myself. So I have like a gel machine now. Acrylics I actually like to chew and bite off. Like, I'm terrible. Press-ons last about 2 minutes on me, you know, like the ones you glue on. Oh, I love them. It's a sensory thing, but it's also an anxiety thing. So I'm quite anxious at the moment because I've had to refilm this video quite a few times. I've had different interruptions, mainly the cats, and then just getting in my own head. We all can relate to that, can't we? Like, it's so annoying. So we're just gonna plow on, and hopefully I don't trip and stumble. And if there's like random, like I'm talking about something and then I randomly interject with something, it's because it's something I've mentioned before, and I'm like, oh, I need to say this, because I've had to like actually shut the cats out because Fraser just kind of spread his legs in the middle of the camera 15 minutes into a video and started having a wash, and it's like, mate. So yeah, that's how my day's going. How are you all? How is your day going? How is your 2023 looking for you? Do you know yet? Have you thought about it, or are you just in the now, day to day? So because that's what this video is, if I haven't mentioned it. I can't remember, I'm sorry. I feel frazzled, but I get paid tomorrow, and I want to do another video after this, so I'm all ready and filmed, and I'm out this evening. So it's just like, serves me right for leaving it, Millie. Serves me right. Yes. So yeah, is anyone else contemplating about 2023? So for me, it felt like kind of a natural thing. So a lot of people have started putting videos up, which is really great. I'm really enjoying watching them. I have just changed my budget while I've been away, haven't I? Yeah, it's just changed, and so with the change, it's got me thinking about the future and things that work for me. So the first thing I'm going to say is, because I changed this budget, I thought about this budget in October and implemented it ready for the beginning of November. I'm going to do a November check-in for how I've been getting on off camera. But I feel like it is working for me. Fingers crossed. It feels positive. That's all I'm going to say. like I have gone over budget some weeks, but I can see where or why and where the patterns are. And I think that's because for me, maybe a spending category just isn't the right thing. I don't know. But I will talk about all of that more in my check-in so far. That's how I feel my budget's going. But yeah, for 2023, I feel like I wasn't going to do this yet, but I feel like it's going quite well, and I feel quite positive about this budget and the way it's going to run. So I'm really excited to actually share it with you, and you know, going into payday, yeah, let's do this journey together, and maybe could this be the one? This could be my soulmate budget. It's gonna need tweaking. I already am thinking like, oh, this category might actually need to be upped, and maybe this one doesn't need to be as high, and all of that. But you know, that's life, isn't it? So with that in mind, shall we start with 2023 is all about intentions for me in my home life and in my budgeting life, and they're all interconnected. I have it very set as in my mood, family and home, because my outside family are a bit nuts. So like it's like my home life with me and my daughter, family, and then money, like they're all intertwined, and we want to in the next year bring work into that in some level. I really hope. Yeah, or like something, but so it's all intertwined. And in my personal life, I have been implementing, so I had my breakdown last year, and I discovered intentional and simple living and slow living as well, which is very hard for me. I'm talking very fast today because I feel like I've got a lot to say, a lot to get out, and I'm quite anxious about it. Hopefully it doesn't sound too fast. But I am quite slow with my mental health struggles and the bipolar. It's like two sides. It's not. It's more complicated than that. But to put it simply, you've got the depression, you've got the mania, and trying to bring it in and trying to be more intentional in my home life is helping. And I've probably said before that I want to have a simple, more intentional budget, and I will probably say it many, many more times, because things change and you get kind of like caught up in the fast lane, or you know, the nice new things and all of that type lane. And yeah, I'm bringing it back to intentionality. It's helping me in my home life, and I would like to get it so that it helps me in my budgeting life. I don't have intentions to save tens of thousands because I don't have that in my budget, and I don't have specific intentions. I would say my main specific intention is to be able to live life on a budget, learning to live on a budget. I really struggle to live on a budget, so having a budget that works for my family circumstances each month. I'm not going over budget all the time, every week, every month. That is my main intention, because I think that will really benefit me and boost me to save. I hope. It might make me think, oh, I could spend a bit more, but I really hope that's not the case. So in my November video, I was talking about with my budget rollovers, and that I needed to work on my rollover. I tried, and I mean, it's like 1,000,000 to 1. It could be any amount of number, and it was driving me insane. And I just thought, do you know what? I can't do this. I would love to budget from the first to the end of every month. Why can't I be paid once or all on the same day? I have, if you're new here, I get paid per calendar month on the 19th of every month. I get paid weekly on a Tuesday, and I get paid weekly on a Tuesday. It's driving me a little bit nuts, because I would like to just know. I have been really bad with paying bills and things in the past, so I just like to know that they're paid for, and I can't get all of my direct debits on the 19th. I've tried. They don't all offer the 19th. And And then it's a case of hanging on to the money because all the other ones are coming out on different days and I can't pay them all weekly. And it's like a chop and change, chippy choppy. So I just thought to myself, what did I do when I was working? When I was working, I got paid weekly on a Tuesday and a Friday, and then I got my main wage once a month. And I used that main wage for most of it. I mean, the weekly amounts, the second weekly amount was tax credits, and I used that for food shopping each week. So I knew my food was paid for every week. So I was just like, okay, let's treat universal credit payment, which is once per month, as my wage. Let's use it as the basis for the whole month to run off, because my rent goes out that day, because that's the day that comes in. So, you know, they're very important things. The rent, you know, my car insurance goes out that day. That's really important. I cannot miss that. You know, some of the really important bills go out, or the most important bills go out that day. I'm just going to carry on talking about. I'm going to take my hoodie off because I'm getting hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my budget from instead of the first of the month, I'm going to run it from, there it is, waiting. Yeah, come on, from the 19th. Well, actually, this month it's the 18th to the 18th. I'm going to run it from universal credit pay date to universal credit pay date. Then I only have to think about the weeklies and the 4 weekly money. The 4 weekly money, I'm going to use a budget by Paycheck bill tracker. That really worked for me at the beginning of November to see what needed filling. Here it is. It really, really worked for me. And it's really helped me with the rollover, because now I think, I need to roll this. This is what I need to roll over. I'll cash stuff the sinking funds on the day. And then, because cash stuff in sinking funds weekly has really helped me, but when I've been going out, I've not had much money this month because of Bobby being ill. Bobby's my youngest cat, if you're new. He was unexpectedly ill, and, you know, they do cost you a lot. My sinking funds couldn't cover it. Well, they did, but, it wasn't a normal cash stuffing month for me. So I just thought, you know, I've been getting like paid and then hanging on to money for sinking funds in this wallet here. And then I was going to cash stuff sinking funds weekly with my like food and groceries cash stuffing. But that's not working because I dip into this. I've taken it out now because I can't find it. I'm going to lose it around my house. It's only £20 in there. I've been, look, weekly expense, Chinese, rug. So what I'm going to do is, the Tuesday money is £20 a week. Every Tuesday I am going to get up, go to the post office, get the £20 out. Now, even if I've got plans, I can still go and do this because the post office opens at like 6:30 in the morning. It's in a little local shop and they know me quite well in there. I've lived here a long time. They've worked there a long time. They will be like, oh, we're in here very early. But, you know, and withdraw £4 or £5 notes for sinking funds. And I will film it on the Tuesday because I don't want to hang on to it until I next do my cash stuffing of my main envelopes. We're going to make it separate. We're going to keep it away from my weekly cash stuffing. So I'm really sorry if it's a bit dull, but you are going to have like very short videos once a week. But that's going to be my way of keeping it accountable. Cash stuffing Tuesday for me. Not cash stuffing, sinking fund stuffing Tuesday. So yes, that is some of the biggest changes, and they're going to take place straight away. Why wait? Why am I'm not going to wait till 2023. There's nothing to stop me now, and it will help me so much now. So it's going to start from the 18th of November, which for me right now, filming this, is tomorrow. So yeah, my goals, intentions, plans, whatever you want to call them, I have decided that they won't just wait for 2023. Another big thing I'm going to say while I've got this page open is that I'm not going to track my bills on here anymore. I have my bills on here, so I can write them in. I'll track them on my expense tracker and in my weekly. Let's see, I've got them all written out ready, but I don't need to track them on this calendar because if I have a bill come out and then I write, you know, rent came out, I might have been having a no spend day, but because I know money is left, I might go and spend money. So all my fixed bills, I'm not going to track. I am going to track my electric and my daughter's pocket money because they are variable and they are not set. This one is a sinking fund, but the rest are all direct debits. So that is my next intention for now, from tomorrow. Or, well, right now, the bills come out today. I've already written it on the calendar for today, and I was like, oh, well, it's going to be a no spend day. Came out later than planned, and so I was hoping it'd come out tomorrow when I got paid and all my other direct debits come out, but it didn't. So I was sad that I didn't get the no spend day. So I think, yeah, take it off. For me, it's just better that way. So that's the budget. My budget is possibly going to be a little bit boring from the stance of I have priority sinking funds that are going to get stuffed. Oh, also my paychecks will have a number next to them because I've worked out the dates of all my paychecks for all of my things throughout the year, and so they'll have a number attached to them. That will be beneficial for you. No, it will be beneficial for me. Confusing for you, maybe, especially if you're new and you're looking and you're thinking, well, it says her income is UC11, because that's what you're going to see on Paycheck tomorrow. UC11 is, you know, and I'm going to call it month 11 because it's the 11th pay. So it's my 11th month of the year. So technically I won't start my January 2023 budget until, can't even find the date, the 19th of Jan. So another reason to start it now, I can't start it on the 1st because I could start it on the 1st, but I'd be starting midway through a budget. So it'd just be cleaner and easier. Let's just start it before Christmas. Get Christmas cash stuffed. I'm going to do a Christmas budget update in my next video. But yeah, and away from there. So going forward, oh my gosh, I just realised. Also, before going forward, while we're talking about the monthly budget, I'm going to talk about the cash expenses. I'm not going to have set weeks for the month. So I'm really hoping that I've already shown you, because I filmed this a few times, I think I said that at the beginning, these two lovely, beautiful sheets from Simple Budgets. She's fantastic. She's so clever. She did these, it felt like so quick. We talked about it and then, you know, done. I really hope I've already mentioned these, but if not, they're here now. Aren't they fantastic? And I've been doing like a test one, playing about with it, and I love the colours of them. They're just, I love them. I want to do one. Just sit there and draw on them and write on them so I can see them. And so she's designed it for me so that I put how much I have in the cash envelopes in my big black binder. The money binder that Bobby has now clawed, and so it's the total amount I have, and then I'm going to take some out of this, put it in my purse to take away with me, and then how much I spent for the week, how much I'm going to roll over because I might have change. So here I spent, this is not real figures, this is play figures, but here I spent 23.18. I started with £50, I spent 23.81. I rolled over £25, so nearly £2 went to savings challenges because I do a lot of coin challenges. But I've got a monthly running total here, so I can see if I'm going over budget. Because if I borrow money from travel to give to household, that's not accurate on my travel monthly budget because I haven't spent all of the budget. I hope that makes sense. Also, I can make notes on it as well. I love that because it's open. I can make notes and change bits. So yeah, she is so clever and so fantastic, and this will really help me with the new budget because I'm not going to have the set amounts each week. I'm just going to turn the music down in the background because it's got louder. Yeah, we're just going to take it week by week because with expenses that I've got, like Bobby's food, I can only buy that in bulk. He needs food in the next, he's got about 6 days worth left or 5 days worth left. I've sat and planned it out. I'm going to plan my spending, be intentional about it. I get paid tomorrow, so I know how much he needs, what he needs. I have to buy it in bulk. It's going to cost me 80 quid for about 2.5, 3 weeks. It's going to look weird if I do 80, 80, 80. I'd be over budget if I split 180 by 4. So I'm just going to have it as a rolling week by week. If week 4 I end up with nothing, and I have nothing in all of them, I've either got to find money from somewhere else if I desperately need it, or maybe I'll just, do all my food shopping and not go food shopping in week 4. It will be more planned, more intentional spending. That's my aim. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, and hopefully if it doesn't make sense right now, please comment, feel free to ask. I will try typing it so it makes sense, but also give it a couple of weeks because I'm going to be rolling that out from tomorrow, and hopefully it will make sense. I get paid tomorrow. I've made a shopping list of the cat stuff. I've looked around because Bobby's food is sold in a couple of places, but it's all online. So I think I need to get a Hyperjar account maybe, or something like that, to make it easier to budget cash online. But I've made a shopping list of all the cat's food, a cat litter that they need. I'm going to go and bulk buy it because then I don't need to worry about it for a few weeks or the rest of the month. I've made a list of all household stuff we need for the next week or two. So I've just tried to be really organised. And then once I film today, I'm going to go through my cupboards and see what food we need, because I'd like to do like a bigger shop, like a bulk shop, bulk up on a few bits. But I also want us to use what we've got. And then I'll probably tomorrow also, I've decided this, so not probably, definitely, over the next day or two, I'm going to go and I'm going to put half a tank of diesel in the car because I've run it down. I was going to fill up this week, but I've decided to run it down because it's been sitting and not been... October, I think it got like 40 quid's worth of diesel or 45 quid. It's not being driven loads, or I'm definitely getting my money's worth. I don't commute or anything like that, so £80 is just a number I've given myself because it went really high. But maybe, I only need to stick 50 quid in a month and then keep a little bit aside just in case. So I'm going to try doing it that way because I feel like when I've got more money, I want to spend more. I'm really good. When I have no money, I become like a bit of a frugal maestro. I've done a 2-week shop for me, my daughter, 3 cats. We've had everything we've needed, and it was like 40 quid in Aldi for 2 weeks. It works out at £20 a week for the 5 of us, because obviously cats, and that's including cat litter, cleaning products, toilet rolls. That was earlier this year, end of last year, when things were really tight and sick pay was about to run out and stuff like that, so beginning of this year. But I can do it, but when I have the money, I think it burns a hole in my pocket, literally does. So that's how the budget's going to roll, and I'm just going to roll that out now. No time like the present. There are some things that I am saving for 2023. So 2023, intentions, plans, goals. 25 minutes, I'm actually getting onto the sheet I made for it. I filmed like nearly a whole video with the Fraser ruined it by knocking my phone out of the phone holder. And I forgot that I had this sheet and started writing another one on camera. Oh dear, it's one of those days. So my plan is priority sinking funds get fulfilled. So I have decided I've reduced my sinking funds because it was just too much and it was too overwhelming. I've made it more simplified. I've added more cash envelopes. You know, it's I feel better about it. I don't feel overwhelmed by binders and binders and binders and binders, which was how I was getting, and it was not right for me. Some people it is right for, and it's not right for me. But my priority sinking funds really are Christmas, and I want to make sure that I start stuffing it from January 2023 for Christmas 2023. Some people have started already their Christmas 2023 budget. I think Budgets and Dreams has just started her penny challenge on Hyperjar for 2023, which I thought was really cool idea. Yeah, Christmas, I'm going to make that because I am still stuffing Christmas, but I'm spending it at the same time, and it's just, it'd be nice just to have it all there. Car is one. Car gets MOT'd in January, so maybe there won't be a car. It seems fine, so you never know. It'll probably be fine, but yeah, car is an important one. I don't want to be without a car again. When I started this journey, I'd had to get rid of my car because I couldn't afford to insure it, and it basically was scrap. It was rusting and all sorts, so I had to get rid of it because of leaving my job. I couldn't afford it, so I don't want to lose one again. Vets is priority. We've really got to be a priority. It gets neglected. It gets like prioritised and then it gets forgotten about again, and we're going to keep it. I think the cats and the feeding separately because they all can't eat the same food anymore and things like that, and it's really, Fraser's getting on. I suddenly realised earlier that I think he's 14 in April. He's getting old boy and he's starting to really show it. Emergency fund, I'd really like to get that built up, so that's priority. So they're my main 4 priorities. I have got gifts on there because they are important, but they can also come out my miscellaneous. It's mainly my daughter's birthday. I want to have that stuffed the month before, but they're my main 4 priorities, and I'm going to make sure that they get stuffed hopefully at least once every month. And I thought if they just get like 20 quid each or something, even, that's something. Next I'm going to speak about is car insurance. So I have the bill binder of bills that I'd like to switch from monthly to yearly payments. Currently I pay my car insurance monthly. It's about £55. I know that when I took out the policy in July, I would have saved £170 if I paid annually. It's a little bit like gut wrenching, but I've worked out if I cash stuff £50 a month from now until well, for the rest of until July, then I could afford it, and it's such a big saving, it's worth paying it twice. So for now, the gas bill, I was putting £150 aside a month for that. It's a sinking fund at the moment. I have £200 in credit, £200 in cash sinking fund. So I'm going to make the executive decision to take the £50 from there, give gas £100 a month, and give car insurance £50 a month, and then we'll just go from there. So I technically don't stuff my gas sinking fund. I won't do it until the very beginning of December. It's still month 11, November's budget. But yeah, and that's when that change is going to come into effect, because I have the energy buffer, but I have a nice amount of credit. If my gas bill, it was quite a warm end to October, so it's only just started getting chilly here in the last week or two. So I haven't had my heating on that much yet. It's not been on like all day, every day or anything. So I'm hoping that my gas bill will not wipe out my credit. That's what I'm hoping. So that's the executive decision. I'm just looking at money, maybe moving things around a bit. Things will probably change. I'll probably get a massive gas bill that's like 600 quid and be like, I can't afford any of this. But, you know, so I just really want to make sure. And the car insurance is to become an annual payment is a priority for next year. It is a planned intention because it's such a big saving. You know, there's like, I could save half my food budget for the month. I could, you know, save nearly the whole amount of the cat's budget for the month. So it is a lot. So my other last one is intention for the year is to clear my debt. So this isn't a priority. It is, but it isn't. If it doesn't happen, I am comfortable with my debt. I don't think I have the right sheets over here for, hang on. Sorry about that. I realised I didn't have my debt sheets here. So my debt is much lower than others, and I wasn't going to prioritise. I couldn't prioritise my debt journey. Then I was going to prioritise it because I made inroads. I've paid off over, I think I started at £2,184 and I'm currently sitting at £711.89. So I've done well with my debt progress this year because I made extra payments to priority debts. I had rent arrears and things. I've sorted them. My last debts are my phone, the tablet and the Universal Credit Advance. This Universal Credit Advance ends next August. So I only have 2 debts left. My phone bill, the phone and tablet are both with Sky, and Sky do like a 4-year contract, but you do 3 years at one price, and then for the 4th year, you half the price. So it goes down to £7 a month I pay for my phone. It's currently £13 from December 2022. So for the phone, I have, which sinking fund is this? In the bill sinking fund, they've also had another move around. The £55 challenge from My Money Matters, and I have a debt envelope from Budget Diver, and I'm just going to put £5 in there a month and tick it off, and when it gets to £55, that debt should be like almost done. It should be almost at £55. So I'm going to do that every month too, because basically they kept it at the same payment it'd be paid off within 6 months. So it's like they're dragging it out for another 6 months. So I'm going to try to that's the main thing I want to get cleared off. So then I would, you know, come August be left with just my tablet outstanding. And my tablet is 4 years, but I've already had it a year next month. So it's got 3 years left to run on it. 2 more years at the price of £11 a month, which is fine. They're all 0% as well, and they all can be paid off early, but in bulk sums, not... I can't just ring them up and pay them a tenner towards it, which is really frustrating because that might get it paid off quicker if you could do that. But anyway, yeah, I've got 2 more years at £11 a month on the tablet, and then it would go down to £6.25 a month. So I ordered the Scratch and Save £200 from Budget with Zoe. I think there's 10 envelopes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, yeah. I'm really enjoying the scratch challenges because you can't see what's underneath. It's like a little bit scary but a little bit exciting. Like, will it be a £5? Will it be 20 quid? You know, I'm really enjoying them though. And I just thought, try and do one of these a month. If I don't do one of these a month, it's fine because that's got 3 years to go on it. But it'd be really nice. Wouldn't it be nice if I did all these and then in December I was like, well, hey, paid it all off. Because I remember it felt amazing to be debt free after my bankruptcy. And not the way that it happened, but obviously being debt free and not having the creditors calling. And although I'm not at that stage, and if you are, please speak to Step Change or Citizens Advice Bureau. The link will be in description, but they can help and support and advise. I feel stupid I know I'm not stupid, but like I just feel a bit silly. Like, oh yeah, I had like over 20 grand's worth of debt, went bankrupt to clear it all because I couldn't afford to pay any of it, and paying £1 of it back a month would take more than the rest of my life. But yeah, it'd just be really nice to be debt free, to like have the year, work on myself, build my savings but lower my debt. That would be really nice. But things change and life is hard and it's tough at the moment. So the tablet one is like if I can, I want to, but I'm not gonna break myself to do this. The only thing I want to do is put that £5 a month for my phone aside, and I'm already paying that. It's technically I'm paying it. This month is the last month that I'm paying it, and then it goes back into my budget. My payment's lowered next month, so just keep it out until it's done. So yeah, that's pretty much all of it really. Challenges wise for 2023, gonna start now. So most of this actually I'm gonna start now. The only thing I might not start is the scratch challenge, and the phone starts next month, so it's all going to be eking in, so it's ready for my first month of 2023, which is 19th of January. But I'm going to have the dice challenge. I'm still going to do. It's going to come out of treats and self-care and maybe miscellaneous, but miscellaneous is so small I might not, so I'll roll it each week out of whichever one's got more in or is not needed as much. Coin challenge will be the same. Coins go to coin challenge monthly and seasonal. Notes can go to monthly, seasonal. I'd like to start doing my £5 mood challenge. It would be really nice to get, I use a lot of fivers, so it's like I don't want to just throw them away. I've really jazzed everything up a bit and moved it about. Yeah, £5 McMurray challenge. I use fivers a lot, so I don't want to just put all my fivers in here, but to do a couple a month, it equals £250. I think that would be a really nice, I was considering it for like my daughter's binder, which I've still got, and it's just sitting empty, her saving binder. So we'll see, but that would be nice to start. And I'm going to put notes into sinking funds. So if I took out £100, I'm going to keep a top on top of my inventory and what I've got at home, like food wise, household wise, so that my cash envelopes for the month, if they're not needed for that, then they can go in savings. Because the treats envelope is for me and my daughter, but we can use it, and the food covers takeaways, coffee's out, all of that, you know, all of that is like covered. So yeah, to get these sinking funds just a bit more, sorry, I'm dancing on the table, a bit more meatier. And then lastly, quite possibly, I'm just going to carry on with what I'm doing. So I'm really enjoying scratch challenges, like I just said. I've got abundant budget scratch challenges, upside down. Keeping the lights on, I'm just going to keep doing it out of the electric envelope because it's there and it goes into an energy buffer. The home sweet honeycomb challenge, I'm actually going to do it once a month out of household. And then if I end up with, like, say I only did a £5 on the first week, if I've still got like 30 quid in week 3, then I'll do it again. It's just that's going to come from, because the household envelope, you know, buys stuff for the home. I actually bought myself some really cute wax melts and used the household envelope the other day, or at the weekend. And then I've got one calendar moon that is going to be used for a giveaway. Oh, so I keep meaning to mention this and I've forgotten. I have seen that I've gone past 750 subscribers, so thank you very much. I'm not going to do a giveaway yet. I think it would just be a bit too much, to be honest. I can't really afford it. I want to get Christmas done, because I want to do something nice. So I will do one. I'm going to scratch this off. So Scottish Mama Budgets scratched hers off to save money for a giveaway, and then yeah, I'll do like a little haul and giveaway and maybe a voucher. There's a lot of giveaways running at the moment anyway. A lot of people got to like 1,000 subscribers and 1,500 subscribers, so congratulations to all of you. I'm really happy for you all. So yeah, I have noticed, if anyone's sitting there thinking, oh, she's hit that but she's not mentioned it, I've noticed. But yeah, January, February, let's let things calm down, let's get Christmas done, and we'll have a nice pick-me-up for the new year. That's what I want it to be. And if I hit 1,000 subscribers in that time, then we'll find extra money for it. Make it bigger. Yes, and then cats. Any money left over from cats at the end of the month, so I'm not going to do it at the beginning of the month, is going into the Catty Cash Challenge from My Money Matters. I was saving for cat bowls, but I'm not anymore because the way we're feeding them is working. So it will buy them. I want to get them another scratching post. They have a massive one in my room, but I want to get them a couple more smaller ones because they tend to destroy them. And then anything left over in travel can go into the car sinking fund, I'm thinking, and then if it's a lot each month left over, I'll have to lower it. So that's pretty much everything. And to be honest, I'm like, yeah, 2023 goals and intentions, but I reckon this will be the one that doesn't start straight away. Just because I'm scared if I get a 30. It could go into my Christmas sinking fund instead. Yeah, and that's the honesty of it, guys, isn't it? With the scratch challenges, it's like, oh, will I? But yeah, that's going to be 2023. I have like one of these, but for 2023 in it. But we'll go through that closer to 2023. Maybe we could set it up together. It'd be so cute. But yeah, so I hope maybe this has helped some people think about like what they want to do, goals. I want to say it's intentions. Just for me, that word works so much better for me. This is my intentions. This is what I'm going to do. And I just, yeah, decided, why not now? Yeah, and it would be nice to see if this step plan, I'm really unsure on it. I'm really like set on the sinking funds and the car payment and the challenges. But yeah, what are you guys thinking of doing for 2023? I know this year has been a bit up in the air, financially and all the rest of it. But have you got any plans? I mean, part of my goals, so this isn't budget goals, but it does affect my budget, is that in households, we're going to go to all natural, we're going to switch to more natural cleaning products. We did this in COVID, during like the lockdowns, but I wasn't really satisfied with, in 2020, some of the bathroom cleaners, and I have been researching and eventually, like, you know, maybe make our own soaps or make our own wax melts. So here's some of the ones I got. I'm just going to cover the business name because they're local to me and they're not a big business. They're not like online, or I think all they've got is a Facebook page. She gave me a mobile number. That's how small she is. They're soy wax melts. They're rose. Oh, how cute are they? This came out of my household fund because it's going to be a natural air freshener. I have 3 cats. I have 4 litter trays. 4 litter trays in different rooms, you know, especially when it's cold. I don't want the windows open as the you know, to freshen things up. And so yeah, soy wax melts. And we're just going to go to, yeah, more natural cleaners. These ones are cute. These make me think of Cash but cute. Love her sinking fund. Oh my gosh, her wax melts melting as she stuffs her sinking funds. And her envelopes. But yeah, so by doing that, I'm already starting to do that. The biggest one will be washing. So if you've got any like eco-friendly recommendations, I was looking at Smol. Anyone use that? I'm just not sure because it's not plant-based, the laundry detergent. But if it's still quite natural, you know, and although those things will have an impact on my budget, they might be more expensive, they might be less. So yeah, and treats is going to be not used. That's the plan. I don't want it to become spending. And I have plans for that, but I will shut up now because it's been like 44 minutes. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say I hope this didn't feel too chaotic, but that's because I have, you know, I will show you. I have like a very empty coffee because I just had so many different interruptions, mainly the cats. And luckily they must have gone to sleep in my room because, well, actually, I think Moo's in my daughter's room. But Fraser and Moo were being a right nightmare. They just wanted to be on film, I think. They just knew that I'd set up. But yeah, and if you have any questions or like want to leave a comment or say, like, please tell me, what are your plans for 2023, your goals, you know, what do you want to achieve? It doesn't just have to be budgeting, it can be life, you know, because we're going to support and like praise all the small wins. It's all about small wins for big gains, hopefully. Right, that's all for me. I'm going to shut up now and give you a rest. Have a great day, guys, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, or a great night. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.